Hi everybody, and welcome to the next video in the yoga practice. Now that we're actually heading into the winter months, we're again going to focus a lot on stretching the body in all different ways. So today's workout is going to be about lengthening the back and then eventually going into back bends with that lengthened back, with that long back. So again, it is a program which is going to take you from the basic asanas and then go into a few more advanced asanas, and also focusing on building core strength. So you're going to be holding a lot of the asanas as well. And I have 2 blocks with me and a rope in case I need the rope, but definitely we're going to be using blocks during the session. So let's get started. Let's start with sitting up straight. Center yourself. Start to breathe, long inhalations and long exhalations. Take some time to forget about any pending issues or pending chores that you have and just focus on the next hour or so just for the yoga practice. Gently bring your hands together, start rubbing them together and place them on your closed eyelids. Rub your hands across your face and with a few blinks, open your eyes. So now let's start with neck rotations. Inhale as your head goes back. Exhale as it comes forward. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Inhale as your head goes back and exhale as it comes forward. Now inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. Inhale, look up. And exhale, look down. Once again, inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. Come to the center and let's look from side to side. And once again, come to the center and ear to shoulder. Now stop the practice, place the right hand on the left knee and twist back. Chest open, shoulders pushed back. And now the same thing on the other side. So again, chest open, shoulders pushed back. And come back. Now place your hands flat on the floor in front of you. And walk forward. Try and get your forehead, nose or chin on the floor. Slowly walk your hands back. And now go ahead and cross the legs, recross the legs with the other leg on the bottom. And you're going to place the right hand on the left knee and take the left hand up. Try and open the chest. You can bend the right arm, open the chest and look up. And come back. And now the same thing on the other side. So left hand on the right knee. Take the arm up, the right hand up. Bend your left elbow and look up. And come back. And now place your hands on the floor in front of you and walk forward and place your forehead, nose or chin on the floor. And then slowly walk your hands back. And now place the right hand on the floor with the elbow on the floor as well, and extend the left hand out and look up. And come back, and the same thing on the other side. So you're going to extend the right hand out and look up. And come back. Now come on all fours, and we're going to start with the tiger breathing. So inhale, look up, push your belly button to the floor, and exhale, really curve the back. Again, inhale, look up, exhale, curve the back. Again, inhale, look up, and exhale, curve the back. And come back. Now start your wrist stretches. So you're going to turn the wrists, turn the hands so that they face you. Good. And then stop with both hands facing you and start to rock back and forth. And side to side. Good. Now stop the practice. Bring your hands back to their original positions. Place your toes on the floor and lift your knees up off of the floor. And keep the knees bent and get your abdomen as close to the thighs as you can. Extend even the armpits. You're extending the armpits as much as you can. Get your abdomen close to the thighs. And when your back is stretched, as much as you can stretch it, then you're going to straighten both legs. Again, you're going to bend your knees. And again, you're going to straighten the legs. Again, you're going to bend the knees. And again, you're going to straighten the legs. And when you do that, you'll see that you're coming closer and closer to the floor, and it is stretching the upper back. But you have to make sure that the elbows are absolutely straight when you do this. Now bring your feet together and inhale, bring the right leg forward in between the hands. Place the back knee on the floor, push the hips down, rock from side to side. And now we're going to stretch the back of the hamstrings also, the hamstrings. So you're just going to lean back. Do not move the position of the hands, don't move the position of the legs. And try and pull internally, pull the right hip back. Keep the thighs rolled in. Good. Come forward. And again, push the hips down slowly, working on the psoas muscle. So you're slowly pushing it down. And again, sit back. And again, come forward. It's important, like when you go back, not to modify the position of the hands and the legs. That's going to make the stretch become less. Then it won't become an isometric stretch anymore. It won't remain an isometric stretch. Again, go back. So you go back as much as you can. Even if you cannot straighten the leg, it's okay. But you go back as much as you can. Keep the knees bent, the knee bent. As long as you feel a stretch there, then that means your body is working. Okay, come forward. Sink down one last time. And then we're going to switch legs. So you're going to take the right leg back, bring the left leg forward, place the right knee on the floor, and sink. sink down. One side is always a little more challenging than the other side, so just be gentle. Now you're going to sit back, again the isometric stretch, roll the thigh in, that will force the foot also to become aligned, so the inner edge of the foot will also come out. And then come forward. And go back. And then come forward. And then go back. Stay with the stretch. And don't make it like your maximum stretch. Take it to the point at which you can feel it and you can hold it. Be aware of the limits of your body. Also be aware of what is like not enough for the body. It's important to be aware of not enough and too much. And go back. And come forward again. Good. Now, bring both legs forward and hang here. So, relax the arms, relax the elbows, and try to keep the body weight on the heels. When you do that, then there is a consistency and there's a balance in this entire posture. So, you're going to just drop forward, and that's when you're going to start to feel a stretch on the hamstrings also. Top of the head also facing the floor. Do not look at the floor. Don't keep the neck active. And now slowly roll yourself up. Try and feel each vertebra unrolling, unrolling. And come up. Good. Now, we're going to start with the Surya Namaskars. So bring your hands in the Namaskar Mudra. And let's begin. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Right leg back, left leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Right leg forward, left leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Left leg back, right leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Left leg forward, right leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Right leg back, left leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Right leg forward, left leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Left leg back, right leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Left leg forward, right leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Right leg back, left leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Right leg forward, left leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Left leg back, right leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Left leg forward, right leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Right leg back, left leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Right leg forward, left leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Left leg back, right leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Left leg forward, right leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Right leg back, left leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Right leg forward, left leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Left leg back, right leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Left leg forward, right leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Right leg back, left leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Right leg forward, left leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Left leg back, right leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Left leg forward, right leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Right leg back, left leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Right leg forward, left leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Left leg back, right leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Left leg forward, right leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Right leg back, left leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Right leg forward, left leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Left leg back, right leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Left leg forward, right leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. One more. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Right leg back, left leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Right leg forward, left leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Left leg back, right leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Left leg forward, right leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Good. Now, we'll take a short break and then we're going to do a few more rounds of Surya Namaskars. So stretch the hands forward. Allow the body to sink down into the floor. So you should feel that your abdomen is sinking down between the thighs and the forehead is then just pushed into the earth. Just sort of resting on the mat. Good. And now from here, you're going to place your hands on the floor, come up, bring the toes the distance of the mat apart, and go back. Push yourself back into your downward dog like you did in the beginning of the session. So pretend there's something on your tailbone, on top of the tailbone, and you're pushing that up. You're lifting that up. You'll feel a stretch on the hamstrings. At the same time, don't allow your abdomen to go loose. Yes, keep lifting. Good. Now bring your feet together. Again, keep lifting the tailbone up. When you do that, the thighs will automatically push in, go in, rotate in. Now look forward in between the hands. You're going to bend the knees and jump forward. And come up. And shake the hands out. And we're going to do a couple more rounds of Surya Namaskars. So bring your hands in the Namaskar Mudra. And let's begin. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Right leg back, left leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana. Right leg forward, left leg forward. Inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down. Left leg back, right leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana, left leg forward, right leg forward, inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down, right leg back, left leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana, right leg forward, left leg forward, inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down, left leg back, right leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana, left leg forward, right leg forward, inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down, right leg back, left leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana, right leg forward, left leg forward, inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down, left leg back, right leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana, left leg forward, right leg forward, inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down, right leg back, left leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana, right leg forward, left leg forward, inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down, left leg back, right leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana, left leg forward, right leg forward, inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down, right leg back, left leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana, right leg forward, left leg forward, inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down, left leg back, right leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana, left leg forward, right leg forward, inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down, right leg back, left leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana, right leg forward, left leg forward, inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down, left leg back, right leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana, left leg forward, right leg forward, inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down, right leg back, left leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana, right leg forward, left leg forward, inhale all the way up and back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, come down, left leg back, right leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Bhujangasana, Parvatasana, left leg forward, right leg forward, inhale all the way up and back. And again, go back into your child's pose. Now you should feel the blood actually circulating. You should feel a lot looser in your body also. So try and relax a little bit more with a more loose body, all the joints working. Good. Now, place your hands on the floor and come up into the downward dog, just like you did before. So feet wide apart, hands firm into the mat. And you should feel that the hands, the palms, are pushing back. Elbows are straight. And push the tailbone up. Your heels can be up. It's not necessary that you put the heels down because sometimes then we tend to curve the back. The important part is to keep the tailbone pushed up. Now bring your feet together. And same thing, you're pushing the tailbone up, pushing the tailbone up. Now look forward, bend your knees, awareness on the abdomen, and with the help of the abdomen, you're going to jump and come forward. And it has to be a very light jump. If you use your core, it's going to be a very light jump. Now we're going to jump back, just like that, and we're going to do this 5 times, slowly and with the core strength. So bend your knees, even if you place your hands on the floor, even if you have to bend the knees. Now you're going to place the hands on the floor, bend the knees, and jump back into your downward dog. So push the hands in, lift up, and go back. So it's a small jump and these jumps are not very harsh on the ground. You're not landing with a thud on the ground. You're just kind of gently moving up and coming back. So this was 1. Now again, core, activate the core, engage the core, and jump forward. Again, bend the knees, place the body weight on the hands and jump back. This is 2. Look forward, bend the knees, hands active. This is 3. 2 more. Bend. Again, bend the knees, place the body weight on the arms. This is 4. Look forward, jump. This is 5. Again, bend and jump. Good. Knees on the floor and relax. Good. Now you're going to come up, and now we're going to activate the core a little bit more. So you're going to take both blocks. One block you're going to hold between your feet tightly. Other block you're going to hold straight out. Or you can even actually hold straight up so that the back is straight. Now you're going to lift the block with your feet. Take the legs out, and 1. Out, and 2. Out, and 3. Out, and 4. Out, and 5. Good. Release both blocks. Baddha Konasana. Back straight, and come as far forward in Baddha Konasana as you can. So if you can touch the floor, that's good. If you need a block to rest the forehead, that's also fine. But what we want to do is to be able to stay in this posture for a longer time so that the legs open, so that the hip joint opens up. Good. Come up. And we're going to do the same thing again. Take your hands up, hold the block tight. Take the leg out, 1, out, 2, out, 3, out, 4, and out, 5. Good. Remove the blocks, release the blocks, and come forward. Good. Now, to activate the core even more, we're going to basically do the Naukasana and variations of the Naukasana. So you're going to go extend the legs forward, bring them in. Then turn to one side, extend the legs forward, bring them in. Turn to the other side, extend the legs forward and bring them in. And we're going to do 5 of these on each side. So let's start. Hands forward, extend, hug in. Extend to the left, hug in. Extend to the right and hug in. So this was 1. We're going to do 4 more. Out, in. Left, in. Right, in. Come back. Out, in. Left, in. Right, in. Third one. Out, in. Left, in. Right, in. Good. Now, 4th one. Out, in. Left, in. Right, in. Now, the last one. Out, in. Left, in. Right, in. Good. Now again, bring your feet together and come forward. Now, again, come into your downward dog with the feet together. We're going to jump forward and back again. But this time you have stimulated your abdominal muscles. So let's see the difference that makes. So hands firmly on the floor, fingers spread wide apart. Now you're going to bend the knees, and we're going to do this again 5 times. Bend the knees, activate the core, and jump. And notice if that makes a difference. Now, bend your knees and push down into the floor and jump back. And jump forward. And jump back. And jump forward. And jump back. And jump forward. And jump back. Now the last one, jump forward and jump back. And now knees on the floor. And remember that for these kind of movements, transition movements, you can take your time, you can practice them every day. And the most important thing is that the more you use all of the body, the more control you have in these movements. So it's not only about activating the core, but it's also like how much you can push the hands into the floor. So take the hands forward, forehead on the floor, and relax. Now go ahead and come up and come on all fours. So now here, you're going to avoid depressing the shoulder blades, okay? Depressing the chest. You're going to keep the shoulder blades away from each other. Automatically, your core will also tighten. And then you're going to lift the right leg straight back, not opening the hip joint, pushing the knee, making sure the knee is facing down and heel is facing out. Good. And then you're going to bring this knee close to the shoulders, to the armpit, and stay there. Make sure it's not leaning down. You're still lifting this leg up also. Foot away from the wall, from the floor. And then take it back. Again, get a control of the abdominal muscles. Get a control of your shoulder blades. And then bring the leg back in. And then go back again. And do this with a lot of control. And also make sure you're not going all the way up. It has to be similar. The leg has to be similar distance away from the floor as your hip. Now bring it in again. And take it back. And bring it down. Now, the same thing on the other side. So you can take the left leg up. Knee facing down. Shoulder blades away from each other. And bring it in. Lift the leg up. And now take it back. Again, bring it in. And take it back. And again, bring it in. And take it back. And bring the leg down. And this time, do not take the knees wide apart. Keep the knees together and go into your Balasana, child's pose. Now, bring your hands on the floor, firm on the floor, toes on the floor, and go into your downward dog. Now you're going to lift the right leg straight up. Make sure the hips are still squared. And your shoulders are pushed away from the ears, and both sides of your torso are lengthened the same amount. And now you're going to take the leg out to the side. So the foot faces outwards, your shoulders are still squared, and take the leg back up. No change must come to the upper body. The only change is to the hip joint. So again, take the leg out and bring it in. One last time, take the leg out and bring it back and down. And now we'll do the same thing on the other side. So you're going to take the left leg up and take it out to the side. Then bring it back up and take it to the side. Again, take it up and to the side. And bring it down. And now knees on the floor. And again, go into your child's pose. And go ahead and come up and take the legs wide apart, distance of the mat apart, and fold forward in your Uttanasana. Now, you're going to try to get the hands flat on the floor, and again you're going to use the core to touch the toes to the wrists. So you're going to push the hands into the floor, touch the toes to the wrist, and come back. Now the left side, touch, and down, almost where the watch strap is. Over there you're going to try to touch. So push and come back. Touch, come back. Last time on the right side, touch and come back. And on the left, touch and come back. Good. Now grab your ankles with your arms, bend your elbows, and try and get the face as close to the floor as you can. Make sure that the knees are extended. Back of the knees is long. And then place your hands on the floor and walk the hands forward. Keep pushing the hamstrings back as though you want the tailbone to touch the back wall, but you want to extend the hands to the front. And walk the hands back and stand up and shake the legs out. Now we're going to do a series of standing asanas so that you can kind of stretch the lower body, and then we'll go into the seated asanas to stretch again the hamstrings, and then go into the back bends. So take the legs wide apart. We'll start with the Trikonasana. Take the right leg out, hands up, hands out to the sides. Keep pushing the hips forward, and as you push the hips forward, extend out, 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 and place the hand anywhere that you can reach on the right leg. Focus on the top of the femur bone. You're pushing the femur forward, extending the right side of the body, of the torso especially, not the left so much. And once you're here, then take the left hand and push it back, 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 so that you open up the chest also. Good. Come back. Now, right leg in, left leg out. Hands up, hands out to the sides. Now you're going to reach out, reach out, reach out. Touch anywhere that you can. Keep pushing the femur, the left femur forward. Keep extending the torso forward. Now take the right hand and take it back. This also helps in opening the shoulders, but it also helps bring the hips forward. And shoulders are always usually a little jammed, so this helps. Good. Come back. Now, left leg in, right leg out. And now you're going to take your hands up, hands out to the sides, Virbhadrasana 2. So bend the right leg, sink down. Keep pushing the hips forward. Now you've done the Baddha Konasana, so the hips are already open. So take advantage of that, keeping the hips forward, back thigh tight, and hold this. come back, hands down, take the right leg in, left leg out. Hands up, hands out to the sides. Now bend. Bend, bend, push the hips forward, bend. Tighten the back thigh, bend. Good. And come up and hands down. Good. Now, we're going to do the side angle pose. So, come back to your warrior. So, right foot out, hands up, hands out to the sides. Come into the warrior, bending down, bending down. Now, you're going to take the right hand, place it in front of the right leg. Push the right knee back with the right hand and then extend the left hand out. In fact, take the left hand up and push it back. Push it back several times. Good. Now, come up, hands down. Right leg in, left leg out. Take the hands up, hands out to the sides. Bend the front leg. And then place the left hand on the floor. Push the left knee back with the left hand. Extend the right hand out. Take the right hand up and push back. Push back. Good. And come up and hands down. Now, shake the legs out. Now, once again, place the hands on your waist. Take the right leg out, left leg in. We're going to do warrior 3. So you're going to square the hips, keep shoulders pushed back, bend the front leg, sink down, and take the hands up. Keep pushing the hips down. And come up, hands down, and let's go to the other side. In the warrior 1, always remember that there has to be a gap between both legs for the posture to be effective. Now, hips squared, bend the front leg, bend it, take the hands up, and stay here. Good. And come up and hands down and shake the legs out. Now, we're going to do the warrior 3 and then go into your seated asanas. So for the warrior 3, we're going to come into a short warrior 1. So right leg forward, left leg back, hips squared, hands up, bend the front leg and start to lean forward. Body weight on the front leg, and then slowly you're going to start to straighten the right leg. Then come down and up and switch legs. The warrior 3 is a challenging asana for a lot of people because it requires strength and it requires balance and a lot of flexibility on the hamstring also. So it's good to do this every day. Now, hands up, come into your warrior 1, look forward and straighten. Bend, come up, hands down. Now, shake the legs out. And now, you're going to sit down and take the blocks and basically place one block on the bottom edge of your shoulder blades and the other block under your head. We're going to lay like this for about 1 to 2 minutes. And then from here, we're going to go directly into the Urdhva Dhanurasana. So you're going to extend the arms back, allow the block to passively stretch your upper back, the lumbar back. Okay, and come up. And now we're going to change the position of the blocks. In these asanas, when you're doing passive stretching of the body, your body will start to feel different. With enough time, with a block under your shoulder blades, you will start to feel yourself that the shoulder blades have opened up, or that you're more comfortable. So keep an eye out for that. And the longer you hold the posture, the better it is. The more your body will open up. It takes a little bit of practice to find out where exactly to place the blocks, but the more you practice, the better it is. Now, come up. Now remove the blocks. And we're going to do the Urdhva Dhanurasana. So you stretched the legs, the hamstrings, the back. And now you stretch the upper back also. So place the hands as close to the shoulder blades as you can. Lift the hips up. Lift the head up, place the head on the floor, and straighten the arms as well. Keep pushing the hips up. Roll the thighs in. Good. And come down. Hug your knees into your chest. We're going to do this 2 more times. Every single time that you do it, think about stretching the front part of the body, not the back part. The more you lengthen the abdominal muscles, the rib cage, the higher you'll be able to go in Chakrasana, in Urdhva Dhanurasana. Also, Urdhva Dhanurasana is really good for your internal organs and for massaging like your abdomen and your liver and your kidneys, and that's because you're supposed to focus on the front part stretching rather than the back curving. So now, the second time. Also, it's good to put the head on the floor first, because then you can rearrange the hands, get a better grip on the floor with your hands, and then push yourself up with a lot more force. So let's try that again. Hands on the floor. Lift the hips up. Push the hands into the floor. The top of the head on the floor. Now, get a better grip on the floor with your hands and push up. Relax the abdomen. And slowly place the shoulders on the floor and back on the floor. And hug the knees into your chest. Between the execution of successive Urdhva Dhanurasanas, try to keep an awareness on how the back feels. Between the asanas, the back will feel a lot lighter. And for those of us who don't like back bends, I think once you are able to tap into that feeling, that's when the back bends start to become better. That's when you start to feel better about the back bends. Now, once again, hands on the floor, lift up, place the top of the head on the floor, readjust the hands and the feet very stable, very much pushed into the floor, and rise up. Good. Now hug your knees once again. And if you have the flexibility, stability and the emotional state for it, then you can do Urdhva Dhanurasana every day. It is part of the closing series and it's an amazing posture to do every day. And although by a lot of people it's considered to be an advanced back bend, it is not really that advanced of a back bend. Okay, now turn to the right and come up. And now we're going to work a little bit more on the hip opening. So we've done Bhadra Konasana already. Now you're going to take one block, place your feet on top of the block, come closer, bring the groin closer to the feet, and try to push your knees down into the floor. Use your hands if you have to, and you're going to push the knees down into the floor. This can also be done one at a time. So the first time you put the right on the floor, the second time you put the left on the floor. Good. And come out. Now, place the right leg on top of the block. Left leg pulled in. Left heel is close to the groin. Now place the right hand on the floor and extend with the left hand and try and pull, bend both elbows and pull yourself closer to this leg. Again, don't go like to your maximum where you can't even hold, but don't go too less also. Try to find a middle ground. That when you find the middle ground, then you make progress. Good, come up. Now, you're going to extend the right hand up, hold the outer edge of the right foot, take the left hand out and start to push the left hand back several times. Good. Now stop. And now you're going to place the right hand on the left knee and twist back. Make sure that both hips are on the floor. Otherwise, you tend to lift one side up. Good. Come back. Now we'll do the same thing on the other side. So left leg up, right leg in, and left hand on the floor. Extend the right hand out and pull yourself closer. Again, find that middle ground where you feel the stretch, but it's not an extreme stretch. You're not injuring yourself, but you are still doing some kind of work on the muscles. Good. Come up. Now, hold the outer edge of the left foot with the left hand. Take the right hand out and take it back several times. Good. And come back. Now, you're going to take the left hand, place it on the right knee, and twist back. The other foot should be facing up. Good. And come down. Now, take both blocks and come into your Upavishta Konasana. So you're going to take the left foot and the right foot on top of the blocks and adjust yourself. So if you can come further, then go ahead and do so. And place the hands on the floor and walk forward. Again, not to the maximum, just till where you feel that it's a nice stretch. Good. Come back. And now you're going to place the right hand on the floor behind the right foot and take the left hand and go across and hold. And this is really good to stretch the sides also. So the longer you spend on this, the better it is. Come back, and now we'll do the same thing on the other side. So right hand up and across, and you're going to bend the right elbow and come down. And come up. And now, today's Shavasana will be in Baddha Konasana. So, if you have, if you want to do it on a bolster, you can do it on a bolster, but I just prefer doing it in a very simple way. I use only a block and sometimes not even a block. So if you have a block handy, sometimes it's more comfortable. So you lie down, bring your feet together, and extend the knees out. If there's somebody around who can place a bolster on top of your knees, across the knees, you can do that also. That's very relaxing. And in this Baddha Kona variation of the Shavasana, you do not have to keep the feet close to the groin. You can take the feet out slightly, and that will give a relaxation to the lower back. And in Shavasana, the main thing is the relaxation. Like, you have to get to the maximum level of relaxation. So it's important for you to take as many props or as little props as possible to get your level, the maximum level of relaxation. So with that, take the hands out, palms facing up, and relax. slowly start to straighten your legs. Move your fingers and your toes. Remove the block from under your head. Turn to the right. With your left hand, bring yourself up to any comfortable seated meditative asana. Sit with your back straight, your shoulders relaxed, eyes closed. Gently bring your hands together in the Namaskar Mudra. Start rubbing your hands together and place them on your closed eyelids. Rub your hands across your face and with a few blinks, open your eyes. Now, just a note on the Shavasana. The quality of your Shavasana shows you the quality of your yoga practice. So, if you've had a really good yoga practice, good is very different from intense. It may have been an intense practice, but the Shavasana might still not be very relaxing. But the more, the deeper the practice, the more you are in the practice, like emotionally and physically, and the more involved you are mentally in the practice, that's how much better the Shavasana is going to be. So sometimes even when you're doing an intense practice, any kind of intense practice, not yoga but something else also, and you're not able to really relax towards the end when you're supposed to be relaxing, then you know that there's something which is incomplete in the session that you've had. So always make time for the Shavasana. It's very important for you to decompress, after you've been involved in something for an hour. Like it has been unbroken concentration and movement for an hour. So it's important for you to also decompress at least for 10 minutes. So always remember, regardless of what kind of workout you're doing, you must always have a little bit of relaxation in the end. So I hope you enjoyed this workout and tune back in tomorrow. And if you have any questions about any of the moves that we've done today, ping me immediately or send me a message and we can discuss it. Thank you.